himself there. Another good pass by Patrick Ewing set him in for what should have been a dunk. But Charles just does not have that kind of explosion. Never had it even when his feet were feeling much better, but he certainly doesn't have it now.
Pippen was stopped, and he's called for a travel. That time it was played well by Smith.
There, John and Patrick having a little discussion. Actually, right before that, John saw a little bit of lint on Patrick's mustache.
Really?
Yes, I thought he was doing that.
Matt, you are so observant. I have never heard a color commentator point that out. Oakley decides to pop it back out. Here is Smith. Well, these are the things we don't get from other people.
It is important stuff.
And that is a kick ball, making for a new 24. The Bulls are only 1 of 7 from the field here in the third quarter.
As Bill Wennington tries to start this fast break, and does, as he put that long leg out there, Charles Oakley, who's not been very mobile in this particular ball game, looked much better in the Thursday night game against Cleveland. But as Pat Riley pointed out, he had a number of days off before that performance.
Scottie Pippen is 2 for his last 10. This after the good start. He has 18 points. Tony Kukoc providing the spark, though, in the first half with 14 off the bench. Tony is back on the floor. Ewing. And he'll go to the line. Will Purdue call for his 4th foul.
Patrick just has a good feeling about every time he gets the ball inside. He has a pretty good idea of what he wants to do. If that double does not come down quickly, he's going to make a definitive move as far as his offensive opportunity is concerned. As Will Purdue upset with that, as he's been in foul trouble throughout much of this ball game. Bill Wennington is set to come in, has 3 personal fouls as well. And this is where the Bulls are really missing Luke Longley, who would normally be the starter. Talked to Luke before the game, and he said he's probably another week away before he is able to get out and really get involved again. He has that stress fracture in the fibula.
There is Luke Longley, who had some good moments last season against the Knicks. And this is where the Chicago Bulls also miss Bill Cartwright, because Cartwright played Ewing so well. He was able to keep him off the block, pushed him outside. There's another factor there. Cartwright and Ewing were very friendly, had great respect for each other when Cartwright was with the Knicks, so you didn't get the same kind of ferocity from Ewing, I thought, in going up against Cartwright. Might have been a bit of a psychological thing there.
Well, actually, if you looked at him, Marv, over the years, Patrick had some very good scoring games against Bill Cartwright, but what Bill did was wear him down with that physical pounding, pushing him further and further down the court. He used to be able to play that way in the low post. Of course, this year, not able to extend that arm, has really changed low post defense. That's why Pat Riley and the Knicks want to go inside of you and take advantage of it.
Scottie Pippen is called for the trip. That is his 3rd foul.
Scottie unhappy with the call there as he steps out to just try to make John Starks go wider, and stuck the leg out there, and the little trip by John Starks drew the foul.
Oakley. Good setup from Harper. Surprised Oakley, but he was able to recover to receive the pass. And Wennington collects his 4th foul. So Harper will go to the line.
We also mentioned that how important Bill Cartwright was to this team, even though he didn't play a lot of games or play a lot of minutes. But Scott Williams, who's now in Philadelphia and struggling there, was another big body that the Bulls got a lot of use of, even though Scott Williams only played about half the year last year due to a lot of injury problems. But it always seemed that the Bulls had big bodies to throw in there. Stacey King before Luke Longley got there.
Charles Oakley, 3 of 4 at the line. This is the second of our NBA Christmas Day doubleheader. Earlier, Denver defeated Seattle 105-96. Mahmoud Abdul-Rauf, high man for the Nuggets, with 23. Rodney Rogers had 22. The Nuggets 105 and the Sonics 96. Here with 5.5 to go in the third. The Knicks lead the Bulls by 9. Myers on a fadeaway. Pete Myers with his second field goal. He has 4 points. New York Knicks come in at 12 and 11. They have dropped 4 in a row in 6 of their last 8 games, while the Bulls at 12 and 12, and they come off Chicago bench. Oakley again. A beautiful pass from Ewing.
Well, not a smooth possession by any means, but Patrick Ewing keeping his head up all the way on a little draw and kick move, finding Oakley going to the basket again. They really have had terrific communication in this ballgame.
Nicely done. Scottie Pippen on a spin. Pippen has 20, and the Knicks now lead 71-64.
Pat Riley calling a play now for John Starks. Wants to see if he can't get him involved a little offensively. Actually, they found Smith on the first curl there. They're supposed to let that go as Charles Smith walked with the ball. Scottie Pippen, who can do some damage in the low post, especially against Charles Smith, who just does not have the lateral movement to play Pippen, whether it's outside on the floor or inside underneath, as Pippen just reeled on him very easily.
Scottie Pippen is the only man in the NBA leading his team in scoring, rebounding, and assists, and also leads the Bulls in minutes played, blocked shots, and three-pointers made. Pippen posting up on Smith. Basket won't count. The foul before the shot. It's on Smith. That's his fourth.
And Charles is hot about it. I'm a little surprised that he didn't claim that Scottie Pippen hooked him with the left arm as he tried to make that move.
And Charles Smith averaging just under 4 fouls per game. That has been one of his problems, getting in the early foul trouble. Myers make it 3 for 3 from the field for the one-time Nick Pete Myers. The Knicks now lead 71-66.
Well, since Pete rejoined the team, he has really had problems with his offense. Always a defensive guy. So any kind of offense he can give him is helping. And here's the kind of defense that he can give him as he drew the charge on Patrick Ewing.
And Patrick Ewing vigorously argued and was hit with a technical foul.
Patrick has been very much into this ball game, playing beautiful basketball here, losing his control a little bit. This has happened to the Knicks from time to time, where they may get mad at themselves, get mad at referees, get mad at Pat Riley, and they just don't keep their emotions. Here, Pete Myers trying to trail outside and follow John Starks, and the foul is called on the Ewing block, but it really looked like Pete Myers threw that hip into Ewing and took the flop, and that's exactly what Patrick Ewing thought and told the referee all about it.
Yes, he was not pleased with Nolan Fine and was immediately hit with the tee. The Knicks lead is now 4 with 3:40 remaining in the third. Pippen with a one-on-one move against Anthony Mason. It brings the Bulls within 2. The Knicks call for timeout.
Well, with the floor spread, Kukoc and Pippen have had their way with the New York players as far as taking them off the dribble. New York's help just comes too late as Mason was under control. Scottie Pippen.
So the Bulls with a 7-0 run. They've hit their last 4 shots, and they trail by only 2. The Buffalo Bills have this year, finishing only 7 up and 9 down. Marv Levy has fans everywhere. You know? 3.5 remaining in this third quarter. It's the Knicks with a 71-69 lead. 7-0 run by Chicago to work their way back. They were down by as many as 11 in the first half. The steal by Myers from Ewing. Pippen for Armstrong, and he's fouled by Harper. Derek Harper committing his 4th, and the Knicks are in severe foul trouble.
Patrick Ewing has been reading the double team well all night long, mainly because he has looked to the other side of the floor. This time Pippen blocked his vision. Patrick just tried to get rid of the ball, and the turnover and fast break opportunity. As Pat Riley said, I have seen this before. I don't want to see it again. But the Knicks have to continue to go inside to Ewing right now because the Bulls centers are in foul trouble. Both Wennington is on the floor now. He has 4, and Will Purdue has 4 fouls. And Derek Harper has 4 fouls.
Harper replaced by Greg Anthony. Armstrong, an 84% foul shooter, has tied the game at 71. Here's some pressure by Myers against Anthony. The Bulls still feel they can pressure the Knicks. They have turned it